don't know, this thing is so slow. It's so slow. It's too slow. I don't know. Is this thing on? Hello. Hello, everyone. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Wednesday Wisdom or Wisdom Wednesday. You are welcome. I can see all of you. You are welcome. You are welcome. You are welcome, everyone. You are welcome. You are all welcome. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. I missed you. Did you miss me yesterday? Did you miss me yesterday? Did anyone miss me? Did anyone miss me yesterday? I'm sorry I couldn't come out yesterday. I was so tired. I've been up early and I've been on the road throughout up until to 6 and had to come home. And I don't want to go back. Good afternoon, mentor. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. I didn't want to come on live, otherwise I would be too snobby, sluggish. You wouldn't enjoy me. So I'm so sorry I didn't show up yesterday. That is why I recorded that short clip and posted it out. Okay? So yeah, let's start. How is your afternoon going? Hey, Sparky, you are welcome back. Zachary, oh, it's a long name. Goodness me. Good afternoon. Welcome to Wednesday Wisdom. Yet a joyful day. I don't know about you. Every day is joyful. It's a joyful day for me. Despite all odds, I must make myself happy. Why? Because there is no other way than to be happy. Okay, happiness is free. Okay, welcome to today's topic, which I titled. What did I title it again? Turn your pain to gain, or the understanding of uh, pivots pain in pain, understanding the pivots in pain, or whatever you may call it. We are just talking about pain anyway. Okay, so these days a lot of people are going through pain and they don't know how to turn their pain to gain. You may have heard turn your pain to gain. Yes, it's necessary and it's very, very important. You know, when things happen to you, I don't know about you, for me, that is how I remember things. I remember some years ago, someone said something to me and it really hurts me. And occasionally, that same thing come to my mind. Why? Because it was a pain for me and I turned it to gain. Occasionally, I remember that statement clearly as exactly how the person said it, and as if the person was just saying it, to me afresh. So I remember it and I turned that statement, I turned it to gain. In other words, that it means, and you may have had this philosophy: no pain, no gain. If you don't have any pain, there will be no gain. Thank you, my love. Thank you for power tapping and liking the life wisdom. You are welcome, my love. Right? You have to turn your pain to gain. Every one of us, we going through pain, no matter how wealthy you are, no matter how good you are. You must understand the pivots of your pain, and that is how you can reverse it. You can turn that pain. They always say this: turn your lemon into, make your lemon, or turn your lemon into lemonade. In other words, turn whatever problem that you may be going through, turn it to something that can be profitable for you. Not every time someone tells you or abuse you or say something, then you want to go and fight. No. Sit down. Why did they say that? How does it happen? Why am I going through this? What can I learn from this? How can I teach people from this? For example, maybe you may have gone through divorce. Okay? That divorce doesn't mean it's the end of your life. It means you have to learn something tangible in that lesson. The lesson that you take from it is what you can also use to teach people who may be having the similar problem, or who may be going through divorce or something like that. So not necessarily pain, not it's not necessarily that something that want to endanger your life, or is something that the pain that you should remember for life. Even when you remember it, it means you turn it into gain. Turn the understanding the pivot in pain. When you understand that pain, you can turn your pain to gain. You're not going to dwell on it. Okay? So as I've said, a lot of people are going through the pain and they don't know how to, or they don't understand how they can turn their pain to gain. Everyone has a story. We all have a story. We all have a story. Some stories begins with comfort. Others begins with hardship. Some begins with disappointment. Every one of us has a story. And we are all the same. We are what? We are all the same, because when there is no pain, there is no gain. We are all going through the same. So it's better to turn it. Stop treating your pain as an enemy, or stop seeing your pain as something someone has done to you. No, that pain, you are supposed to go through it. Remember when Joseph was sold to, by his brothers. They didn't know that they are coming to worship him again. He didn't know. He said, what you people meant for evil, God meant it for good. In other words, that pain that you feel that you are going through, God is going to turn that pain around for you. God is going to turn, and also he wants you to also turn it around for yourself. That is why you are experiencing that problem, that challenges, that circumstances. That is why you are going through it. Okay, so turn your pain to gain. Okay, no gain, no pain, no gain is a philosophy that is termed, used as a self-discipline, a personal life growth when you are going through adversity. It's used in reframing your adversity to gain. Turn your pain to gain. That marriage that did not work, you can help other people that are going through similar thing to maintain. And they always say, when you leave your first marriage, it is very difficult to have a to have your second marriage work out right. Why? Because you probably have not learned from the previous mistake. You probably have not find solution to the root cause of that problem. Why? Because you are carrying grudges, you are carrying unforgiveness, you are carrying disappointment, you are carrying regret, you are carrying so much burden, so that you can, and you are unable to think well. So until when you reverse it, until when you heal, until when you forgive, until when you know where you have wronged or that person have wronged you, and then find solution to it may be probably difficult for you to move on. Okay, so and so you need to understand the pivot of pain. Are you exhausted and overburdened with stress? Do you feel overwhelmed by your circumstances? Are you tempted to give up whenever you encounter mishap? Are you tempted? Because why? Every time you are good, as you are leaving one problem, you are solving it, you are going into another one. You are solving that, you are going into another one. And you'll be questioning yourself, why me? Why is it only me? There was a time in my life that problems were back to back to back to back every day. Something will happen. And I said one day, this has to stop. It was a fight between me and one person, one singular person. And I said to myself, this has to stop. So I confronted the person that was causing me that pain. I said, listen, if you don't stop this thing will happen. Such thing will never happen to me. But to you, I will make sure that you regret it. I had to face the challenges. I have to face the person and address that issue. Why? Because it was causing me problem, anxiety, not knowing what to expect. Each time I go and leave my house, coming back, sometimes I see letters that I wasn't expecting. And when I open the letter, it gives me sadness. I will be crying. I will be asking questions. Until when I realize, hey, this person is trying to ruin my life with problems. This person is trying to, delete my life. This person is trying to make me go insane. Then I said, no, that is not going to happen. You do not deserve me. You do not own my life. I own my life, and God owns my life. And so I will not allow anyone to take my life unexpectedly. I will not allow anyone to put me in a problem that I don't deserve. So I had to find solution to it. And at the end of the day, the person regretted those, what do I call it? Those whatever they were trying to do to me, they regretted it. He regretted it. Why? Because I refused to give up. I refused to allow, attack of the enemy. The Bible says, I will not allow, because I dwell in the secret place of the Almighty. He will not allow the enemy to attack us. He will not allow any evil to come near our dwelling places. So it's you that also have to stop what the attack is, or where the attack is coming from, or whoever is sending the attack. When you confront it or confront them, you find solution. Okay, so you need to understand the pivot in pain. It's a turning point why you stop asking yourself, why you must stop asking yourself, why is this happening to me? Instead, turn it around. Shift your mindset to asking what the pain is revealing to you. What are you learning in that pain? What is God trying to tell you in that pain, in that circumstances? What is God telling you? Is it telling you to understand why marriage failed? Is it telling you that that is your ministry, that you need to help people that are having problems in their marriage? Instead of you asking, why is this happening to me? Why not you? Like my friend wrote a book, You Fit. You fit to handle those challenges. You fit to go through that problem so that you can learn from it and also help others. Whatever we have is not meant for us, it's meant for others. Whatever we learn is not meant for us, it's also meant for people to teach people so that they can also, all right, so that we can also teach other people. It's a lesson that you have learned, but that lesson, you don't have to hold that lesson or that experiences. Share with people. Let people know. You can teach it. You can teach and earn income from it. Okay? So instead of asking why is this happening to me, change your mindset. Ask what the pain is revealing to you and how you can adapt to your response by helping others. Okay? So you can charge your energy to a high momentum. In other words, disrupt that negative energy. Disrupt everything that is making you sad. Disrupt everything that is delaying you. You can change it. There is something called disruption. Maybe you are watching a film, right? And your child started crying, distracting your attention because you are watching that movie or whatever. That child disrupts your attention because the child needed help. The child needed attention. So that is called disruption. You too, you can disrupt every challenges that you feel that is obstructing your success or disturbing you moving forward. If there is no pain, there is no gain. If you have not experienced one challenge, it means you cannot learn from it, neither will you be able to help others. Okay? So you need to charge that energy to positive energy. So you disrupt the resistance and channel it into an active resilience. Active resilience. When you are resilient, it means that you are good to go. Nobody, no devil, no evil, no power, no storm can overcome you. No power. Why? Because you tell yourself, no, I am much better. I am more than a conqueror. I am more than a conqueror. Okay? So, are you living on limited income? In other words, your income is never enough. And are you scared for a better way of doing things? Why? Because you are afraid of change. That limited income is not serving any purpose. Instead, before the week runs out, you have borrowed money. When your income comes, it's not enough. Before the end of the month, you have borrowed money. When your wages come, it's not enough. Why? Because you are living on limited income. And you are scared to start afresh, to start again, to start something, to have extra income. Why? Because you are not sure whether it's going to work out or not. Thank you, my dear. Thank you for nice comments. I appreciate it. Okay? So, you never know. If you make that change possible for you, it's going to help you financially, and also it will help you emotionally, mentally, and all of that. Okay? I read one book many years ago, and I'm even looking for the book to read again because it just came to mind as I was writing this notes. It's called the toughness handbook or something. Let me not give you wrong information about it. I'm even ahead of my notes. When I get there, I'll mention the book. Okay, let me go slowly. Are you scared for better ways? Are you scared to make a change? Are you scared? You are living on in hands to mouth or mouth to whatever, hands to mouth, and you are scared to have extra income because you don't know. You are thinking, oh, this money that is not enough for you. Kilo Shekini, what's wrong with you? This money that is not enough for you, now you want to go and start another business or you want to earn extra income. How? Just start. Just start. You will find a solution because you are so fearful, you are afraid. That is why nothing is working. When you are not afraid, when you have that desire and you take action, something will shift, okay? So what do I mean? Turn your scars into purpose, where adversity acts as a gateway to building mental toughness rather than despair. And this is the book I'm going to mention here, the Mental Toughness Handbook. My goodness. The first time one of my mentor, you know, introduced this book to us, I'm thinking, mental toughness. What do you mean mental toughness? I shall buy the book. When I was reading the book, my word, my mindset changed, my thinking changed, the way I see things change, the way I do things change. If you are not tough, I'm not saying to have hardened mind. You have to be tough to succeed in life. You have to be tough mentally to succeed in life. Otherwise, you break down. There are days that when you wake up, things that you have been doing, you realize that it's not working. As you are doing, you are taking one step forward, another 10 steps backward, and you'll be stressed. And so you need to be tough mentally, emotionally, physically. You have to be determined that you are not going to give up. Regardless whatever challenges you may be going through, you are not going to give up. So you have to be toughened in your mental. The book is called The Mental Toughness Handbook. Go and buy the book and read. You see, a lot of people don't read. They believe that book is not for them. And that is why Igbo always say that anything you want to hide from black people, write it in a book, because they don't take time to read, they don't take time to research, they don't take time to study. And the Bible tells us, study to show yourself approved. When you study, it means you have the knowledge. And knowledge is not enough until you put it into action. Knowledge is not enough until you put what you have learned into action. Okay? So even as a single parent, there are so many things I share with people. And when I share, even the other day, someone will say, grandma, I don't play with your wisdom. I don't do this. Why? Because I have learned through my pain as a single parent. I've learned through so many challenges that I've gone through. I have learned so, and I embrace it. But it took me time to understand that pain is part of success. Failure is part of success. Pain will strengthen you. It will make you tough. As I've said earlier, someone made a statement to me. This was about over 20 years ago. And that statement, those words still remain in my brain. It's not that I have not forgotten, but there are some days you just have the flashback and you remember, oh, this person said this. In fact, I remember exactly how she said it. I remembered, each time I remember exactly how she said those words to me. And I turned those words, I turned it to gain. In fact, she regretted. I did not even say anything to her. Oh, you said this. She was the one that was saying, sister, this is this. I said, okay, remember what you said. In fact, she said it in her own house. I said, you said this thing, this particular day, on this date. She could not remember, but I remember. In my language, they will say, ẹni tó ṣíló gbàgbé ẹni tó kò gbàgbé. In other words, you hurt me, I never forget, but you have forgotten. You have forgotten that you made mention those statements. But in other, I did not take it too harsh. I did not take it as an offense. She helped me to help myself to say, so this thing is truly me. Then I turned every word, I turned it to my own gain. And when she made that statement, when she saw me, she said, oh, sister, this and this. I said, it's your word. You push me. Sometimes the enemy will say something, they will push you to to your, what do you call it, to your destiny. They will push you to your helper of destiny. They will push you to where you didn't even imagine you can be. So never take any problem into shame. Your pain is your gain, and you have to turn it to gain. Otherwise, it remains like that. Understanding the pivot in pain. Understand it. When you understand, you know that that pain is not meant to last forever. Instead, you turn it to gain, and that will last forever, because the memory will go further. Not only you, you will use that memory to help other people. That lesson to help other people is not meant for you to learn alone. It's meant for you to understand it, use it as a tool to help other people. People think that because they are wealthy, that wealth is for them. God made you wealthy because he wants you to help the poor people. He enriched you so that you can also show other people how to enrich themselves, so that they will not be a burden on you. It's not just for you to say, oh, I'm rich now, I'm wealthy, I'm this. No, it's meant to share. Wealth is meant to be shared, and that is your purpose. Your purpose is to be wealthy. The purpose of God in your life is to be wealthy, and also to help other people to become wealthy. If everyone in this world are poor, how will it be? If everyone in this world are rich, how will it be? That is why these fingers are never the same. They will never equal. They will never be equal. But you can do whatever you can do to help any other person that you feel they need the help. Not people that feel that they are entitled. Because there are some people in your family, they will think that they have the sense of entitlement. Oh, I can do this. Oh, because my sister is rich. Oh, because my auntie is rich. Because my uncle. No, 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 no. Don't have that mind of entitlement. If they want to do it, it's because God has put it in their mind. One of my hello darling, thank you. Someone said something to me. Well, he was reporting someone to me and said, oh, this person, I asked her to help me, and she sends, I think it was asking more than expected. Well, I don't know. It was asking about something huge amount, and that person didn't give him the money. She said, he said the person sent him like 1/10 of what he requested for. And he was whinging, complaining. Because she's rich doesn't mean that she will just carry all her money and give to you. No, life doesn't work like that. Things doesn't happen like that. So when he was complaining, I said to him, I said, God, ministered to me many years ago and told me not to expect people that I feel they are supposed to help me. Then it make me think that, oh, because my uncle is rich, because my father is rich, because my mother is rich, doesn't mean that I should become rich or I will be rich. In other words, if God has not helped them to help me, I will not become rich. So I have that sense of humor, that sense that, hey, it's only whom God has chosen to help you will be there for you. And they always say this, those that stayed with you when you are going through problems, those are your true family. Not necessarily your own blood. Because your own blood sister or your blood brother may not be there for you. It's not that they are evil. It's not that they are bad. But it's because, oh my goodness. Sorry about that. I'm supposed to turn that off. I was in a meeting yesterday. That is why I put that thing on. I'm sorry, right? It's because they have not been led by God to help you. So I have the understanding that, hey, if I'm expecting something from you and you don't do it or you didn't do it, I will not take it as an offense. Rather, I will say, okay, you have not been led by God to help me. And so your help doesn't come from people that you feel they should help you. Rather, maybe a total stranger will be your helper. I was watching Benny Omedo, one of the video, right? I think two of them yesterday. And they were sharing money. And someone that were watching, maybe the followers or subscriber, sent money to one of the family member. Two people send money to one person in that family member. In other words, the favor didn't come from the Beniomodo family, rather from their fans, a total stranger. So when you know that and you understand this thing, you will not take offense on anybody who doesn't help you. A total stranger, two people sent money to one person in that family, and they gave their reason for doing so. So it made me understand to have a different mindset about people helping and not helping. If you say today, carry your kaya and leave my home, I will gladly leave without taking no offense of you. Why? Because I understand the mentality that you have. I understand that you are condemning me and you feel that I can never build a house. Even if I'm living in gutter today, doesn't mean I cannot rise to the top and build a mansion tomorrow. We have seen people that came from grass, from nothing to something. If people has to sit down and tell you, especially this billionaire, if I always use the Tony Elumelu story, from a bus conductor to someone that owns 2 private jets, a billionaire today, multi-billionaire today. Could he have given, had it been he has given up on himself, or is paid that time being a conductor? If you live in Nigeria, you know who they call conductor. I came to this country. The conductor I met in this country, they wear suits, they wear uniform, and they will wear hats. A bus conductor in this country, when I came to this country, they wear uniform. They will put that machine that they use in giving you tickets, right? And they will wear that hat. The lady will wear this like sailor hat. Those are the uniform they were wearing. But in Nigeria, a conductor, you see them messy, rugged, rough, smelly, because some of them, I think so. So my love, turn that pain to gain. They can be abusive. They calling you all sorts of names. My dear, block your ears. Block your what? Block your ears. I remember when my children, when they were, one of them, when they were growing up, when I say something and I've said it repeatedly, he will just block his ears. He will be telling me, I don't want to hear. Mom, I don't want to hear. You told me, you've told us. Wetin concern me with what you are writing here? Eh? I dey speak pidgin. You no like pidgin? Abi you no like Yoruba? Na my language be that. I can't turn English. I'm not English. Eh? My language is my language. I cannot deny it. And if you don't like it, hey, exit. Give us a follow and like the live stream. All right? Okay, so turn your scars into purpose. Where adversity stays, act as a gateway to build your mental toughness. Be tough. Oh. Toughness doesn't mean that you don't have to have empathy for people. Oh. Hey, the worst thing you can ever do is not to have empathy for people. The worst thing. And you are not doing it for them. You are doing it for yourself. Anything that you do unto people, you are actually doing it for yourself. Anything that you are doing for people, my dear, it's like you are putting water in a silo, right? When it's dry season, you will need that water. Why? Because everywhere there is drought. Because you have a reservoir of water, you just turn the tap and we start working for you. My goodness. The water will start coming. People will be wondering, how is it only you have water when it's drought, when it's dry? Why? Because you have reservoir. So in other words, as you are touching people's life, you are also doing it the same thing for yourself. Not only for yourself, for your future, your children, your grandchildren, your generations to come. That is what I mean. I don't mean your own tomorrow. Maybe the person that you help may not repay you back that may not pay you back good. Maybe that goodness and mercy of the Lord will now go on your family, on your children. When maybe peradventure they enter into trouble or danger, God will look at your own good and help them out of that danger. Don't you think all these things work for the good of God? Don't you think there is something called karma? Don't you think there is good karma and bad karma? Don't you think so? Don't you know? If you don't know, know from now. And then be good and have empathy for people. Okay? Go and get that book, The Mental Toughness Handbook. Go and get it. If you are not a reader, try to be reading now and again. In fact, there are some books on YouTube that you just learn for free. But for me, because I am an old, I live my, what do you call it, old people. I'm a boomer. I love to read and be turning pages and be writing. If you look at my book, you can't read it. Because any book I buy, I must write. I question, I answer. I want to know why. I want to know what is in the mind of the author. So I always use my book as a teaching book for myself. Any book that I read, I make sure that I learn and I turn it to a teaching whatever for myself, book for myself. Because whenever I'm reading, maybe I have read understanding the pivot in pain in chapter 1, and now in chapter 7 they're repeating the same thing and saying something different. Then I refer to chapter 1. What did he say there? Why did this change his word here? That is how I learn. That is how you can learn. All right, so let's oh, it's gone past 30 minutes. I don't want to be spending more than 30 minutes anymore. Right? So, yeah. The Mental Toughness book, go and get it. The book will teach you step by step how to face life's challenges, how to manage your emotions, how to overcome adversity with courage and poise. Poise, P-O-I-S-C. Okay? Sometimes your greatest pain becomes the place from which you bring healing to others. Listen to this. Sometimes that's your greatest pain will become someone's healing. In other words, what you are going through, maybe someone is looking for something like that to get healed. They've called you several names. They've told you you are nobody. They've said so many things, even the worst that you have never heard before. Don't take it to your heart. Why? Because that means you are closing yourself to the blessings of God. But when you are open and say, oh, thank you, it's just a reminder. You are reminding God on my behalf. Thank you for saying that. Why? Because if not, you will not know how to go to God and seek his face. The Bible tells us, seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and every other thing shall happen. Someone said something to me the other time, and I said, oh my God, it's a reminder. It means that I have not prayed enough. I have slackened, I've backslided in my fasting and prayer. So I went into fasting and I said to God, Lord, this statement, I want you to reverse it. I want you to turn it to gain for me. It's not me fighting the person. I am the one reminding God, this is what this person has said. And if the person has not said it, maybe I will not have gone into fasting. Maybe I've not gone into prayer. Maybe I will not even dwell more and determine and say, no, this month, I release myself to God to take control. Maybe I'm talking to someone here. I don't know. If the person has not said that to me, maybe I will not find solution to my problem. I will just be complacent. I will just feel everything is okay when nothing is okay. Sometimes when things happen, it's just to ginger your spirit. It's just to wake you up in your spirit that you are sleeping in slumber. Wake up. Wake up. The person sent a message to me through someone. And the person said, oh, I forgot to relay this message to you. It has been said. I was told last week or 2 weeks ago, and the person is reminding me, have I told you, have I given you the message? I said, oh, Hey, yeah, sorry. I didn't know it's that bad. Exactly, that is what I said. I said, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know it's that bad. Really? Oh, please tell the person, I'm sorry. What did I do? I went into prayer and seek the face of God. I said, Lord, this thing has been said. I want you to reverse it. I want you to turn it again. I want you to turn it again. I didn't fight the person. I didn't even call the person. Oh, this is what I have. I did not even bother. Because if the person has not said it, the person that told me would no, they can't make up the story just like that. And I said, oh, sorry. I apologize. Just say I'm sorry. I am very, very sorry. It happened. I don't know it has gotten to that. If you were God, what will you be? Who will you be? What will you do if you are God? Even if you are the Satan, what will you do? Because sometimes they believe Satan is the worst enemy, not knowing that we are the worst enemy of ourselves. And we are the Satan, because there is no Satan anywhere. You are the Satan. The spirit that is inside of you is the evil, is the devil, is the Satan. The spirit that is inside of you that is doing good, that is the God in you. So stop thinking that that person is the Satan. It's a word, it's just an analogy they use in the Bible to describe the person who Satan is or who God is. Why God is? Because God is good all the time. And they said Satan is the devil. Yeah, we see Satan as a devil. You see people behaving as a devil. Why? Because that is who they are. When they mistreat you, when they react, when they do something that's unspeakable. When they do it, you will not even believe your eyes and say, my family did this, my cousin did this, my uncle did this. You will never believe. I'm going to round off now. Sometimes your greatest pain becomes the place from which you bring healing to others. Your mental toughness is closely entwined with your emotions. Master your emotions, as well as the importance of self-awareness and empathy. Purpose gives direction. When you know your purpose, why you are here, why am I here? Then you know that the reason why you are doing it is your purpose. As a teacher, that your purpose is to make sure that your students excel in whatever you are teaching them. I remember one of my tutor or my teacher, we call them teacher. I was in secondary school. The man is the tallest man in our school. He was one of my teacher. And he always said to me, he called me by my maiden name. He says, Ijaola, you're going to be it's better you go into force. It's better you go into army. It's better you do something. Why? Because he knows that from youth, I am a very disciplined person. I can be chatty, I can be, playful with people. But when it comes to boundary, my dear, you will never like to cross my boundary. Why? Because I am disciplined. So this man always say to me, oh, I see you, you're going to be an army, you're going to be a police, you go into force, you should go into naval, you should do this. I didn't go into all those, because me, I have empathy. I believe police people, they don't have empathy for people, especially in Nigeria. Even in this country, they don't have empathy. Me, I don't have that kind of mind. I'm a very soft-minded person. Even if you are crying now, I'll be crying. If I see you on phone, on TV crying, I'm very emotional. I have empathy for people. You must try to have empathy for people. If you don't learn to help people, heaven may not close unto us in the mighty name of Jesus. Heaven will not close on us in the mighty name of Jesus. Heaven will not close on us. Why? Because, all these things are spiritual. You don't have to go to one pastor or go to one voodoo man. No, it's whatever you are doing. You are calling it forth to you. When you are doing it to people, when you are doing good to people, you are calling that goodness back to you. It's irony of life. It's irony of life. Okay? I believe purpose is the foundation of our life. Purpose. God created you for a purpose. He created you as his own image. He said, let us create man as our own image. That is the purpose of the calling of Jesus, of God. I am creating you. My purpose is to create you as my own image. As you see me in your life. That is God's purpose. Creating man as his own image or as their own image. You know, the God, the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Yeah? So, Trinity. They created, he said, let us. It's not individual. Let us, plural. Let us create men in our own image. So, your purpose is the foundation of your life. Why are you created? Why did God create you? For his purpose, right? He created us for his purpose. If not because of money, if not because of that, money will become idol to you. Success will feel empty. If you don't know your life purpose, if you don't know, in other words, if you don't know your calling, it means everything. You want to grab everything. Oh, it's me. No, 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 no. I must be rich. I must be this. You don't care about any other person. Let me tell you, life doesn't work like that. In fact, let me tell you and blow your bubble. Whatever you feel that you deserve, the opposite will happen. Whatever you feel, if you are saying because you come from a matrimonial, what do you call it, a polygamous family, and you don't want to end up marrying a man who comes from a polygamous family, you will end up marrying a polygamous man or a polygamist. The others will life will change everything for you. That is why they said pray that Nigeria doesn't happen to you. Right, let me conclude with this. Stop treating your pain as an enemy. Rather, treat it as a turning point and a signal for a new direction to recover. So embrace it and gain from it and make it your turning point. My goodness. Make it what? Your turning point. This is my note. Make it your turning point. In other words, turn your pain to gain. And I believe that when you start embracing pain as a turning point, you will not be pointing at everybody. Oh, this is my enemy. He doesn't want me to succeed. Hey, that one is my enemy. They don't want me to fulfill purpose. Hey, no, you will not. You will be liberal. Why? You will be open-minded and say to yourself, you don't see anyone as your enemy. For me, I think differently. I have learned a lot from people, and I've learned a lot from reading books. I've learned from my mentors, my coaches. Believe it or not, I have coaches in every aspect of my life. I have mentors in every aspect of my life. As young as I am. Why? Because I believe that you cannot be a forest. A tree cannot be a forest. You cannot stand on one leg and feel that everything will happen well, will work well. No. You have to stand on your 2 feet and you have to embrace what life brings to you. Then again, you turn it to gain for your own purpose. I believe that God is here with us. I believe, even though I'm talking about pain, God is there with every one of us. He's in that journey. He knows. Even he said, before you were born formed in your mother's womb, I foreknew you. In fact, before the foundation of the earth, he foreknew you. He knows that I, Opeolu, will be talking to you about pain to gain. Why? Because it has happened to me severally. People have said things to me. Did I fight them? Did I make them their enemy, my enemy, or did I see them as an enemy? No. I will rather go to God. I always release them from my heart. And God bears me my witness. God, it will become an. If you don't learn how to forgive, it will become like a stronghold in your life. And you don't want to keep holding yourself back on things that God has planned for you. You don't want to, hold the hand of God. The Bible says, my hands, Jesus said, my hands is not shortened to touch you. In other words, if we do anything that is against the will of God, that we allow sin to separate us from God, it means you are holding the hand of God back and on what He has supposed to have blessed you with. And we don't want that to happen. So until I come your way, thank you for listening. I hope I have helped someone to understand the pivot in pain. Pain is your greatest tool that you can use for gain. Yeah, I hope I have, I mean, with my little knowledge, because I'm still learning. I'm a young girl, young woman, young grandma, yeah, young mom. But each day of my life, I submit myself to God. I submit myself to knowledge. I submit myself to wisdom. I don't care your age. As long as I can, you know, gain from you. It's not that I want to use you and dump you. No. As long as I invest in myself, that is what I mean. Even if you are at the age of my grandchildren, I told you, one of my mentors, the same age with one of my grandchildren, the same age, and they are my mentors. He's my mentor. He is my mentor. He always call me grandma. I love you, grandma. We always say things to encourage me more. And I don't care the age of other people. I'm not even looking at anybody except me, because why I focus my eyes on that, that dot, that bull, the bulls, that dot. I just want to strike it and strike it hard. So it doesn't matter how long it may take. I will get there and you will get there. By the grace of God, God will put smile on our faces. It shall be well, and it is well in Jesus' name. Thank you for listening, and thank you for being there for me. Those I never mentioned your name, please pardon me. I appreciate you. I miss you yesterday. Oh, honestly, I miss you. Where I was just hey, hey, my people. I've not gone. You know, when you are used to something, your body will be itching you. I say, hey, you have not done this, you have not done that. But I know that you people understand, and I'm happy, to be a servant who, servant, what do you call this? Stewardship, or a servanthood, that God is using to touch life, to transform life. And I believe that you are also learning. As I'm sharing these words, I'm also learning. It's helping me. Because if I don't research, I cannot just come out and be telling you most of the thing out of my head, because it cannot contain everything. Even though if I open all the book of Genesis to Revelation, I cannot remember everything off by heart, right? So thank God for using me as a vessel. I see myself as a servant leadership. That is who I am. And I always say this is my ministry. Even though sometimes I talk about business, money, but some days I just want to give us what we need to understand. When we have this foundation, every other thing, will become easy on that foundation that we are building. Thank you, everybody, once again, and take care, and God bless you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everybody. Thank you.